Hello guys, and welcome to this another video of Anglo 2 series for absolute beginners. In our last video, we saw how can we bind data from a component to our templates, and in this video, we are going to learn how can we react to various events in our Angular, and how can we provide some listener to be triggered when an event triggers from our UI or from our HTML. So guys, basically it's very easy to react or to bind events from your HTML. All you need to do is you need to wrap a particular event inside the parenthesis, and then you need to provide the action that you need to trigger on that particular event. So for example, if you see right now, I have this click event uh, of my button tag, and I am providing this on button click method to this click event so that this method gets triggered whenever this click event happens. Basically, I have this on button click implemented on my component class. There should be a class method in your component, and I'm alerting a text button was clicked. So let's quickly see if it works on our screen. So this is the same template from our last video, and when I click this button, I get this alert button was clicked. So basically it's working. So guys, what we have done here is we have used this click event to trigger this method. Basically you can use any event, any JavaScript, a valid JavaScript event. If you see, the event names in JavaScripts are like on click, on mouse over, on mouse out, or on focus, on input, like that. So basically you need to remove that on part from the JavaScript event name, and remaining part you need to wrap in a parenthesis and use it like this. So basically this will work if I use it on change, but our button don't have an on change event. So let's copy it from here, or let's remove it from here. Basically put it to our input tag, and let's make use of this change event that we have for our input button, input tags. Yeah, so basically if I'm writing something here, Angular is great. So the change event for input tag triggers only when you blur out of your input tag. So if I blur out, I click somewhere else, I see that the event was triggered, right? So this is how we get a hold of events in our Angular. Next important thing, guys, we want to do is we want to provide the data from our UI or data from our HTML node back to a component so that we can process them, we can use them further, right? So one quick way of doing this is by providing the entire event object to our component class, and then react to the data from that event. Basically, this dollar event is an Angular property that provides the triggered event that contains the data of a trigger event, and that you can use to pass it back to your component. So basically, I am passing this event this time, and I'll be receiving this event in my class method. And instead of uh, consoling a string this time, I'll be consoling event dot target dot value. So basically I'm extracting the value field out of this uh, event, right? So if I go back again, I write here something, Angular is some way. So as soon as I blur out, my change event gets triggered, and I see this data popping out. Basically, uh, I got the event, I access the target value, and then I access the value inside the target property, right? So this is one way of providing data from your HTML back to your component. But this does not seem to be a very good method, because in this case you are providing the entire event back to your component, whereas all you want is just the value property of this input tag, right? So inside your component also you need to then fetch this target property, and then again fetch this value property out of that. So it's not very flexible, it's not good for testing. In case you need to test this functionality, you need to mock it with a custom event object that should also have a target property, which in turn should have a value property. So this becomes kind of rigid, like just to test a string property, all this arrangement is not a very good idea. So the other thing we can do, guys, we can make use of Angular reference variable. So I'll quickly show you what Angular reference variable looks like. Before that, let me take it out from here and put it back to my button and change it to click event, because my button do not have a change event. So reference variable are something which you can create using a hashtag followed by any custom name that you want to provide. Let me call this one txt for text. Okay, so this is how we create a reference variable, and these can be created on any HTML node, on any HTML uh, tag. So basically, these are used. These contain a hold of the entire node where they are placed. So this text object contains a hold of the entire input object, and I can use it to take out any property or any data from the input tag. So instead of passing the event this time, if I pass txt.value, so I should be getting the value field, the value property from my input tag. So instead of event, this time it becomes text object, for example, text string, and then I can trigger the entire text out, and I can type the entire text string here. So let's check it out again. Angular works, and button, yeah, it was a click event. So you see that I get the event, I get the string this way as well. So this particular way is quite efficient, because in case you need to test this functionality, you just need to mock it with a string value. You need not to provide the entire event and then extract the value out of it. So this is a quick way of providing the data back from HTML to your component. Let's see what happens if we pass the entire text instead of passing text.value. So as I said earlier, this text field or this text value contains a hold of entire input DOM, or this entire input HTML, right? So if I pass this entire object, I should get a hold of the entire object back in my component. And so this time let's call it object, and let's try alerting it. So you should be seeing object instead of the string. So let's, okay, so this is an HTML input element. So this gives me a hold of my entire input element. Let's try consoling it rather. So if I do console.log obj, it is okay, something like this. So if I have my console up, and I not I need not even write in something here. That's not required. I just need to click this button for my event to trigger, and I can see this input field or this input tag in my console. As many times as I click it, each time I get a hold of my entire input object. Now it's up to me what I want to use out of it. I can use a text dot value. I can use any other property, or I can use the entire text input element as well. So guys, and this was how we react to our custom event, sorry, our JavaScript events. Basically any event can be triggered this way. You just need to write this click name or the event name wrapped in the parenthesis, provide it a listener, and you should be good to go. So guys, this is pretty much for this video. I'll see you in the next one.